Welcome back to the Funny Show. I am your host, Mr. Funny, and today, this video, we're going to be talking about Sony. Now, when I say Sony, I am kind of meaning just basically their gaming side. Not, I feel like their products, like their TVs, I think they're fine, and their movies are pretty much all garbage. Almost every single one. But there are some that are actually pretty good.
Like this masterpiece of a film.
But as I said, we're going to be talking about the gaming side of Sony, not the products, not the movies, the gaming, and see, are they good, are they bad, and just basically inform you on what they are doing, what they're doing right, and what they're doing wrong. But before we start, we need to take a trip down memory lane. Sony entered the gaming market with the PS1 or the PlayStation 1. And I've never owned a PlayStation 1, and I certainly didn't live back when the PlayStation 1s were first coming out. But I do know that they were extremely popular and lots of people have fond memories with them. While this console doesn't have really many memorable games, in my opinion, the only real memorable one that I can name is Crash Bandicoot. It still is a very popular console. Then the PS2 came out, and this is where Sony has hit their highest peak. The PS2, if you don't know, is the highest selling console to have ever existed. It has sold, I believe, 150 million units, which is obviously the highest that a gaming console has ever hit. But not only was this the best time for Sony and to be a Sony fan, but this was not only because of the sales, but also because there were plenty of exclusives trying to fight for the main face of Sony's gaming, as Crash Bandicoot decided to go third party and when decided to be owned by Activision, well, didn't decide, but was now owned by Activision. There were plenty of exclusives that were just trying to fight, like Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank and Sly Cooper. All of these games were trying to be the face of Sony, and some worked, some didn't, but the PS2 was a great era to be a Sony fan. And not only were there a lot of exclusives coming out for this thing, there were also good exclusives that were coming out for this thing. As, like I said, Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, and Sly Cooper were all very well received. Some were not as well, but most of these were kind of praised and to many are cult classics and are great nostalgia trips for many who grew up with this system. But there was a problem with the PS2, and that problem was that it didn't have many memorable third-party games. And while this was kind of a problem for a lot of consoles back in the day, it was still an issue. And the PS3 fixed this problem very well, as games like Call of Duty and Battlefield were exploding on this console. It was this in the Xbox 360, but you could go either way on whether you wanted to buy this on the Xbox 360 or PS3. This was the perfect console for online gaming and third-party consoles, as they were perfect, they were easy to program, and just overall good in that sense. But the problem with the PS3 now is that it didn't have a lot of exclusives, and there aren't that many memorable exclusives. Off the top of my head, the only exclusives I can name for the PS3 were the Uncharted series and Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch. One of those was decently popular, and the other is a new JRPG that not many have played. Some have, I don't know how many, but I played it, I like it, but I don't know how many actually play that. Because RPGs aren't the greatest system sellers. But it was still a fun game, but those are only like 2 exclusives. It was it was certainly a problem for the PS3. They were good exclusives by far, but they weren't, and there wasn't enough of them, and that was a problem that the PS3 faced. But now with the PS4 out, I can safely say that Sony has nailed down both third parties and exclusives, as we still have our Call of Duties and our Battlefields still on this console. We also have amazing exclusives like Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Persona 5, Uncharted, Ni no Kuni, again, a lot of exclusives that a lot of people are gonna want to play, and a lot of exclusives that are gonna sell the system. Keep in mind, these games are only on the PS4. Some are on the PS3, but not many people own a PS3 anymore. So that's that really sells the system right there. Now, guys, it's your turn. I want to hear what your thoughts are on Sony as a gaming company and in general. I actually did care about what you guys had to say in the last episode where I covered Nintendo, even though Tristan was technically the only one who commented, but that's okay. Um, Thanks, Tristan, my man. But anyway, guys, this video is a wrap. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I actually had a lot of fun with this video. I am having a ton of fun with my new style that I'm doing, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So that's good. But yeah, guys, hope you have a good day. I'm not gonna sell out because I sell out a lot. Peace.